Elon has a new baby, the number 13th kid. Okay. So he's got his 13th child has been born 5 months ago. And Ashley St. Clair, who is a very popular right-wing influencer all over socials, claims to be the mother of his 13th child. And she made this announcement on Valentine's Day, tweeting out this, Alea lacta est, which I think means the die is cast. In Latin. And she said, 5 months ago, I welcomed a new baby into the world. Elon Musk is the father. I have not previously disclosed this to protect our child's privacy and safety, but in recent days, it's become clear that tabloid media intends to do so regardless of the harm it'll cause. I intend to allow our child to grow in a normal and safe environment. For that reason, I ask the media honor our child's privacy and refrain from invasive reporting. And then a big giant photo spread and interview came out in the New York Post. So much for privacy that she was wanting. This was a very Meghan Markle sort of privacy request. And Keith Woods pointed out, saying, a journalist is asking about your personal life and you want to maintain privacy. Do you A, ignore them, or B, invite the national media into your home for a tell-all interview and feet pics?
Gotta have the feet pics. Gotta have them, you guys. There's a lot of guys out there that really like the feet, you know?
So I don't know.
One of them could be the next dad of another child that she has. One of them could, right? Feet guy.
There's a lot to the story. I think the most interesting part of it was how many right-wing influencers rushed to congratulate her.
Right.
And not just influencers, but like prominent right-wing figures. And so we've got like a slew of them. Just to give you an example, I think the first one that we have is from Rachel Campos Duffy saying, congratulations, so happy for you. Enjoy this precious time with your baby. Media vultures can buzz off. There's so many others, and we'll go through just a little smattering of them. Laverne Spicer, Valentina Gomez, Cat Turd, like everybody is congratulating her and insisting, you know, kids need to stay off limits. Let's see, who do we have next? There's so many that I was surprised to see. Candace Owens. Children should always be off limits. Journalists are parasites. Hard to imagine going through this with a young one. Better to come out with this on your own terms. George and I will be praying for you. She's obviously super tight with a lot of people. Mike Benz congratulated her. Sydney Watson, who we've had on our show.
Right.
Linda Yaccarino of X. Kimberly Klasick. I mean, it just went on and on and on. James O'Keefe, Lynn Patton. People were just fawning all over this whole story.
Right.
Sarah Gonzalez, whose show we were on not terribly long ago. There's just so many. I couldn't believe it. Right. And then lastly, Robbie Starbuck, Lila Rose, Matt Gaetz, Jack Posobiec, or Posobiec. I never remember how to say his last name.
Posobiec?
Posobiec. Yes, that's right.
Okay.
That's right. So there were lots and lots of people fawning over this news, whereas we're
not so fawny. We're going to put it out there. We're not so fawny. I mean, I think the thing that really bothers me is that she, this is what got me, is when she said she was, quote, forced to spend her pregnancy alone as she was holed up in a lavish apartment in New York City. No one forced you to do anything. It's a free country. I mean, I know a lot of people, let's just get real. Elon's going to pay child support.
Not just child support.
He'll pay for everything.
Isn't that apartment like $40,000 a month?
It's something like that. I don't know. I just know that, like, you can't say I was forced to hole up in a lavish apartment. Nobody forced you. Nobody's forced you to do anything. Nobody forced you to go have sex with him. Nobody forced him to have sex with it was a consensual thing. You know what I mean? And then a child has resulted out of it. And I don't know what she thought was going to happen. You know, it's like, I think I have to tread lightly a little bit here, but I think there are some girls that go into the situations thinking, oh, he's going to love me. And he's going to, maybe that's what she wanted, is for him to love her. And he doesn't love her. He just slept with her. You know what I mean? And now
we know Elon wants all the babies. Like he wants a zillion babies.
Totally. Which is also kind of weird, you know, but if you know that going in, I don't know. I think he forced me to do this and forced me to do that. You're not a victim. I think that's where I get irritated, is there's no victimhood here. She's not a victim. You know, she's a grown woman who went and had relations with him, knowing full well who he is and what he does. And so
And there's actually some evidence to suggest that she's been trying to be his baby mama for years. And so we'll show you that as well. The reason a lot of people are speculating now, again, I don't know the truth about this, but some people are speculating that the reason she came out with it when she did, because she didn't provide any evidence or name the outlet that was apparently going to out her unless she did it herself. But it was interesting that like the same exact weekend, Elon has said nothing about this, by the way. He did not respond to her. He didn't come out on his own X account to say, yes, this is true. He's absolutely ignored it entirely. But remember that he brought one of the baby mamas, what's her name? Siobhan Zillis.
Yeah, Siobhan.
The mother of 3 of his kids. He brought her and the kids to DC recently. And of course, that was in all the tabloids. It was on all the press. And some people are speculating that Ashley, that did not sit well with her. And so she decided enough is enough. I'm going to come out with this already. And so Siobhan then the next day after Ashley came out with this news, posted this picture of 2 of her kids saying the little loves of my life. And Elon hearted it. Right. And so the fact that he did that after Ashley came out with this, that did not sit well with her either, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
And then Milo Yiannopoulos posted an old tweet of hers with Greg, an exchange with her between her and Greg, somebody, I can't remember you, but you'll see it on the screen, Greg Price. So at the top, it was like, I need to get Elon Musk's attention for a marriage proposal.
Please, Greg. Please, Greg.
Please, Greg. Yes. And this is back in 2020. And Greg said he's got a kid with a woman already, seems unlikely to work out. And Ashley said, well, he actually has 7 kids and goes through women pretty fast. And Milo tweeted that out over the weekend. And you can see at the bottom that Elon responded, whoa.
Yeah. It's a transactional relationship. That's what this is. And maybe, she's pissed off that he isn't making it any more than that. You know what I mean? I think, I just can't imagine having a baby with or just going into that thinking, okay, we're not married. Like we don't have it's not even that they're not married. That doesn't bother me. It's he is the richest man in the world. She knew that. I don't know how long this relationship was, but it was, very transactional. It seems very transactional to me. And I feel sorry for the kid. I do. I just feel sorry.
Well, and it's the second kid that she's had like outside of a marriage. So she's already got a child with Dr. Dr. Johnny. He's like some chiropractor that's been on reality shows.
Right.
She's already got a son with him. So this isn't a new, like, it's not like she's unaware of how kids get made and how this works.
Right.
You know what I mean? She's
totally.
She was very, very purposeful with this entire arrangement.
And that's why I don't like the victimhood thing. It's it's whatever. I'm not going to judge you if you guys do this willingly. That's fine. I still feel sorry for the kid because listen, I've come from a dysfunctional family where I really truly believe that fathers are important in the home. I believe that. I've wanted that for all of our kids have had that, and they're good kids, and I think it matters. I believe that matters. This is more transactional. I just think I think it kind of sucks for the kid.
It does. And there's clearly going to be drama because as soon as Elon sent back whoa to this Milo tweet, she responded. And so apparently she's been trying to get in touch with the baby daddy and Elon has not been responsive to her. So in response to him saying whoa, she said, Elon, we've been trying to communicate for the past several days and you have not responded. When are you going to reply to us instead of publicly responding to smears from an individual who just posted photos of me in underwear at 15 years old?
Yeah, but
so this is like,
but meanwhile, while she's writing this, she's holed up in a lavish apartment in New York, right?
Right. And she's trying to disparage Milo for posting photos of her in her underwear. Those photos are actually readily available on her own Twitter account that she used with a different name. Yeah. So it's not like he was digging out pictures of her. These are pictures that are on her own profile. So she deleted this tweet. Okay. So I'm sure Elon behind the scenes finally did contact her and said, can you please stop? Or maybe Elon deleted it. I don't know. But that wasn't the only tweet that she posted to him. She said, it's interesting that Elon is responding to this clearly in jest screenshot that was discussed with his team months ago in a documented call. Now he decides to respond to it publicly from an account that posted underage photos of me as if he wasn't asking me to have more children last week. I would like to take this offline for our child's sake and have been attempting to do so for weeks. Yeah. So it's just and she deleted this too. So she posted that, deleted it. And now all of like their flirtations back from 2023 are coming out. So she had posted a headline saying Wagner chief says his forces will pull back. Elon said back to her, the pull-out method. Speaking personally, I obviously prefer the pull-in method. And then she was like, oh my God, go to horny jail.
Bonk. Yeah. It's just, oh my God, I can't. It's transactional. And I just, yeah.
And then even more interestingly is that people predicted this relationship. So back when she was talking about Elon about something related to X, blue collar union railroader said she's going to be Elon Musk's new baby mama, at some point. And man, was he ever right. I think Milo also said back in September, which is when the baby was born.
Right.
He said, so Trashly St. Clair of the Sex Laptop, that was her previous handle on Twitter, who sold news and effed anything for clout and career leg ups, including Elon, whose child she claims she just had. We need to discuss this.
And that
this
was in September.
Yeah,
so he obviously knew something then. Yeah, this is the thing. I mean, I just don't see her as a victim. I don't see her as the person who is victimized here. I don't. I mean, I know people who are single mothers who do it on their own because the father is not present and they don't consider themselves victims. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they don't get gajillions of dollars to be holed up in a lavish apartment in New York City, you know, and whatever else she's going to probably get out of this transactional deal. So I just don't see her as a victim.
Well, and the whole thing about how she was forced to stay silent, that she wasn't allowed to tell her friends, or else what? Was Elon holding a gun to her head? No, he was probably just saying, you're going to get a certain amount of money if you stay quiet. And she could have easily just decided to get a lesser amount of money through the court, which obviously would have given her child support and done whatever she wanted. But she wants a payout. And I don't know what could make it more clear than the fact that she said she was forced to stay quiet.
Right.
Nobody can force you to do that.
Nobody can force you. Not in this country. Nobody can force you to do that. No, unless you're willing to take a price for it. And that's the thing. And I believe I saw somewhere where her friends were forced to sign NDAs. Who are these friends? Who are they?
The world?
This is the thing. You make choices.
Right.
We're still a free country. You make choices. And this is a weird situation, but there are so many women who are in the same situation who are like, you know what? I'm going to live my life. I'm going to raise this child and I can do it on my own.
Yeah.
If that's what you wanted, if you wanted a child out of it, you know?
After all of this, she then posted like basically a goodbye thing on Twitter. And she said, this was on Valentine's Day also. She said, in all sincerity, appreciate the kind words. Wish I didn't feel the need to make a statement. Kids should be off limits for journalists. We'll be spending time with my family and logging off for a while. She couldn't. She came back literally 2 days later and posted this. Can you believe the nerve of this gold digger with a picture of Zelensky? Obviously trying to, kind of make fun of the fact that everybody's calling her a gold digger.
Right.
And I loved Sarah Rose's response, which was, is this the privacy that you speak that you wanted people to respect? You posting this shit on Twitter?
Right.
I mean, it's just so icky. The whole thing is so icky.